Smoke damage can cause a spark to occur and lead to an electrical fire. The sparks from the fire can travel through wire, causing damage that may not be immediately visible. Smoke damages wiring and components in a variety of ways. A spark may occur and set the ignition point for an electrical fire, which can spread to other parts of the building or cause damage that is not immediately visible. What's the impact of smoke on electrical wiring? Smoke, soot, and fire can cause harm to your electrical wiring. Smoke damage will result in a variety of issues, such as hyperacidic loads, voltage drop, and overheating. Sparks from a fire can also cause damage to your wiring. The impact of smoke on electrical wiring is not just to the devices, it's also to the interior. Smoke damage may only be done to the interior of devices, but it can also cause sparks. Smoke damages electrical wiring by causing a chemical reaction with the materials. The high temperatures create toxic gases and cause sparks. If you try to use these damaged electronics, the damaged components can end up emitting more hazardous chemicals. Sparks from electrical wiring are a common cause of smoke damage. The most common type of damage from a fire is smoke-related, which causes corrosion and moisture. This can lead to the insulation melting or bursting and cause a short circuit. The most common type of damage from a fire is smoke-related, which causes corrosion and moisture that can lead to short circuits. Smoke can be a fire hazard for electronics. Smoke damage is one of the most common hazards in homes and businesses. It's hard to predict exactly when and where the fire will occur. Soot is the byproduct of combustion. It's generated when wood, paper, or other combustible material burns in an airtight space. It's made up of particulates that are rich in acid. What is electrical damage? Fire damage is repaired by specialized equipment and tools. Smoke damage, on the other hand, makes it difficult to know how much has been damaged or how to repair it. The smoke causes electrical sparks, which damage the wiring. The contents of the electrical wiring are carefully evaluated to find salvageable or non-salvageable content. Smoke damage can cause a number of electrical problems. In the event of a fire, smoke and sparks can cause electrical damage to your home. In order to prevent this from happening, you need to clean up the contents of your home. Contents include either removed, encapsulated, or cleaned. Smoke damage is a type of electrical damage that can cause a fire. Smoke odor is removed with a smoke odor removal system installed in your home. What is electrical damage? Electrical damage occurs when the voltage of an electrical current exceeds the rating of the wiring. This can occur in a number of ways, including a fault in the wiring, friction from movement within the wire, or contact with another conductor. Faulty wiring. The wiring is faulty when it does not require a major repair. The majority of the time, a faulty wire has been accidentally cut or damaged and will need to be replaced. If you're using a non-grounded receptacle, make sure the grounding prong of the plug is inserted in the receptacle and the ground prong of the receptacle is connected to a live terminal on your electrical circuit. If you're using a grounded receptacle, make sure the grounding prong of the plug is inserted in the receptacle and the ground prong of the receptacle is connected to a live terminal on your electrical. When light fixtures are installed in wet locations, water can damage the electrical connections, causing smoke. As a general rule, you should never use appliance timers that have digital controls to turn on lights or appliances automatically. What causes an electrical fire? How do you prevent it? After an electrical fire, it is important to understand the cause of the fire. How to prevent it from happening again? The main cause for an electrical fire is an electrical wire that has been exposed to heat or smoke. What causes an electrical fire, and how do you prevent it? An electrician can assess the damage and know how to replace old wiring. When a fire starts, it can cause an electrical short. This is where the flames from the fire reach your wiring and create sparks or heat that can cause an electrical fire. You can prevent this by unplugging small appliances when not in use and keeping your wiring clean of any dust or debris. The most common causes of electrical fires are smoke from a nearby fire or natural malfunctioning devices such as a light fixture or appliance, accidental contact with an electrical system that is wet, such as during a storm. What are the effects of smoke on electrical wiring? One of the most common causes of electrical fires is when a smoky area comes in contact with an electrical. This can cause the wires to spark or short out. Electrical wiring may be damaged by fire, smoke, and soot. The cause of these effects is that electrical currents in the wires can travel faster than the wire itself, causing the wires to heat up. This may cause them to melt and ignite if they touch each other. Smoke damages electrical wiring, often causing short circuits. It also emits sparks due to the friction caused by moving wires in contact with each other. Smoke damage can cause a lot of issues with your electrical wiring, including sparks and fires. This is because smoke damages electronics and emits toxic chemicals. Smoke damages electronics. Black film insulates and makes the device more susceptible to overheating. The black film absorbs heat, which makes the device more susceptible to burning out. Smoke damages electrical wiring and causes a short lifespan. Electronics that overheat more often are more likely to fail prematurely. The effects of smoke on electrical wiring include heat damage and sparks, which increase the risk of a fire. Smoke can cause devices to short circuit and become a fire hazard. If smoke or heat is the problem, you need to use an extinguisher to put out the fire. The fire causes the wires to corrode and become brittle. This can cause sparks that could ignite any nearby combustibles or start a fire. What to do if your equipment was subject to smoke? Smoke is an extremely hazardous substance to electrical wiring. If your equipment was subject to smoke, follow the steps below for safe handling and disposal of the equipment. There are a few things you can do to keep your electronics safe from the harmful effects of smoke. If you wait, so will permeate through your electronics. You should cover all electronics that are damaged by smoke to prevent further damage. Water and smoke damage can leave a yellow stain on plastics, walls, and porous materials. If you see any signs of water or smoke-related damage, you should call a professional to assess the situation.